So you're thinking about moving to Haslet, Texas? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons, the ins and outs. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we are going to show you a picture of what Jack's chin looks like.
If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be the first to know what's happening in the Texas real estate market, go ahead and hit that bell.
Welcome to the channel. My name is Tom Jung.
And I'm Jack Lisenby.
And we are local Dallas-Fort Worth real estate agents. If you are in the market, if you would like to buy or sell, we get phone calls every day from folks just like you. We'd love to chat with you and help you out. So please don't hesitate to give us a call, shoot us an email, phone call, Zoom, any of that kind of stuff. So today we are talking about Haslet, Texas, which is one of the fastest growing areas north of Fort Worth. And I guess the big reason for that is there's a lot of land.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of places to build. It's right next to Alliance, which is, you know, if you've caught some of our other videos, Alliance is rapidly growing due to all of the, I guess, business from the airport,
all the
commercial airport and
logistics and everything going through there,
moving stuff around. But yeah, what would you say is the feel of Haslet?
Haslet is very empty. Like it's you're gonna leave your neighborhood and not see another one for miles. And if that's what you're looking for, cool, because you got your own little pocket community there that you don't have to worry about a bunch of traffic and stuff like that coming through it. Yeah,
I mean, they're filling up the space fast, but it was basically a lot of nothing out there, a lot of cow pastures and things like that. And yeah, just as any city grows, you need more room, and so that's where it's happened. So good. You want to go ahead and kick it off with drive times?
Yeah, so Haslet is located just north of Fort Worth in the triangle between the 35, 187, and 114, and it puts it at about a 25-minute drive from the city center of Fort Worth. If you're trying to make your way to Arlington, it's only going to be about 35 minutes, and Dallas is about 50 minutes if you want to make the trek all the way over there. Grapevine, the next closest neighbor, is going to be about a half hour's drive, and so is the DFW airport.
Yeah, so you are a little bit out there, but not too bad.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Everything's within like half an hour.
Yeah, and as far as schools go, so I've got some good friends that have moved here because of the schools. They have a lot of kids, and the overall the district is A-rated. And it is definitely a district that a lot of folks are trying to get into. The elementary schools are all A-rated. Middle schools are A-rated. The Northwest High School is actually B+ rated. I was digging into this a little bit, and these are all from niche.com. The teacher rating is a little bit lower, which is curious. Reading some of the reviews, it seems like, the students for the most part like their teachers.
Yeah.
And so I was looking into how they assess it, and there's a lot of things that go into it, including grades and whatever. There's like a 93% pass rate, which is decent, or graduation rate, I should say. And sports are okay. They have plans, I think, in 2026, they're pushing for a new high school and stadium, because I think there's 3 high schools right now that share a stadium. So, yeah, but other than that, yeah, schools are good.
I was gonna say they probably got some tough competition with Keller ISD right next door with teachers.
Yeah, but I think one of the draws here is the prices of the homes and
compared to Keller.
So, but yeah, what do we got next?
So next is crime, and being such an industrial area, you would expect it to be a lot higher because you have the rail yard over there. You've got Alliance Airport, just south of Haslet. You've got all of the warehouses and everything with the Amazon distribution centers they have up there. But surprisingly, it's very low. And that's probably just because there's not much out there but houses.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, those warehouses may technically be Fort Worth, right?
I think some of them are, but yeah, there's a really big one on the Haslet side of things.
Okay.
Made it very difficult to find things to talk about, honestly, because it ate up a huge chunk of the city proper.
Yeah.
But crime in that area is only about 13.5 per 1,000 compared to Texas's average of about 26.5. It's literally almost half of what, the average is for the state. And then the crime density is like 3.5 per square mile. And that's probably just because of how empty a lot of Haslet actually is. The Texas average is about 27 per square mile. So it's doing pretty good.
Yeah. And as far as like housing goes, most all of it's new. Like, I mean, within the last 10 years, there just hasn't been a whole lot up there before. I mean, you do find your, one-off older homes.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, but there's like a ton of like production builders doing these larger communities up there. So that's a lot of what you're gonna find. And if you are interested in Haslet, as always, when we do our pro con video, we also put out another video on neighborhoods and price points to give you an idea of what you can buy, what your money can buy, how much house your money can buy you.
That one.
There we go. Boom. Yeah, and then as far as activities go, well, that'll do it for activities. Just kidding. Yeah, there's really not much out there. I don't think there's anything. I mean, it's like parks and...
Yeah, there's like one community park in the northwest corner of the city. There's a couple of shops and boutiques. Like there's the like I said, the community park, the John Gamble Park. They have yoga. One of the most exciting things I saw was they have a farmer's market in the city center, and they've got like I think it's called an Explore Childcare, which is kind of like a mix between a kid's main event and a daycare.
Okay. Interesting. But yeah, so even though Haslet doesn't have much going on, you're only, I mean, depending on where you're at, you're probably only 10 to 20 minutes from like the Alliance area and all the shopping.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're right next to Alliance. I wouldn't even bother if you're trying to find something to do. Just go there.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with that, we got a video on that, so you can check that out. But yeah, and then nightlife. I'm assuming restaurants. There's a few restaurants, right?
There's a couple of bars. So I'd lumped them under the restaurants category, but that's probably your best bet for like local nightlife.
Okay.
Besides maybe just like a bonfire and some fireworks, because you're far enough out, and I think it's still Tarrant County. If I'm not mistaken, that's not Denton, right? Because Denton has a no-burn policy.
Yeah,
Tarrant doesn't.
I don't actually know. I think a lot of Haslet is Fort Worth. I don't know if it's all Fort Worth. Some of it may get into Denton.
Okay. Well, if you're in the southern part of Haslet, feel free to have yourself some pallets. Just stack them up and light them on fire.
Yep. Cool. Other than that,
yeah, so
I don't have anything else to talk about as far as Haslet goes.
Yeah, well, the last thing we can touch on real quick is if you're looking for a bite to eat, we've got the Laterra Grill and Bar, which doubles as your nightlife. Your Big Joe's Pizza and Pasta, and I've always had a saying, anywhere that advertises that it does pizza and pasta is telling me that it does both of them mediocrely, and like neither of them well.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know about this one, though, so they may prove me wrong.
Yeah, let us know if Jack's wrong.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Buddy's Home Cooking, which is like an American traditional kind of thing. I honestly did get a pretty good vibe from like the photos on this one. Like it seemed pretty wholesome, like a little family thing that just kind of blew up. They have the club at Haslet, which isn't actually a club, it's a tea shop. So if you're looking for a place to just sit and shoot the breeze with your friends while sipping on some drinks, that's the place to go. And then the Gardens Bar and Grill, another nightlife destination right there. No, it's more like your chain style sit down restaurant, kind of like a Olive Garden or Applebee's, but maybe a little bit upper scale.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and as always, like, we're doing these videos to help people get an idea what it's like to live in these different areas. And so if you are from the Haslet area, please do let us know your pros and cons in the comments below. And yeah, so as far as the pros and cons go, I guess pros is going to be there's a lot of newer housing out there. You're not too far from Alliance, Civilization, all that kind of stuff. The
Low
schools
crime.
are great. Yeah, so the only downside is, you're going to be, depending on where you live, 10 to 20 minutes from stuff.
Yeah, until everyone starts moving up that direction, yeah, it may take a while for them to build that sort
commercial
of industry.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And so since you made it to the end of the video, we're going to show you some pictures of Jack without facial hair. So enjoy that. And then, as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call out.